Third Hicker, detuned audio version. Opening. Welcome, Mayor. What you're about to hear is a set of detournements drawn from the language of money. Detournement is a simple tactic. Take a line that carries authority, keep its shape and its swagger, and re-aim it at something its author never intended. The Situationists did it to advertising. These entries do it to the market, to the brokers, traders, investors, and financiers whose one-liners get quoted like scripture, and to the fictional sharks Hollywood built out of them. The originals wanted your portfolio. They talked about greed, price, value, patience, the tidy, confident sayings that make the accumulation of money sound like wisdom. Here, every one of those lines gets turned toward closed captioning. The bracket, the time code, the non-speech sound, the wage paid by the audio minute, and the deaf and hard of hearing audience the hearing world keeps forgetting it is becoming. Greed is good becomes access is good. The most valuable commodity as information becomes the most valuable commodity as the time code. And I don't own mine. A word on use. This recording is free. Copy it, share it, play it aloud, hand it to anyone. It's given to the commons in the tradition that has never asked permission and never sold anything back. The financier's words belong to the financiers. What's done to them here belongs to no one, which is to say, to everyone. The market never closes, neither does the caption gap. Let's begin. 1. Greed and access. Entry 1.
The point is, ladies and gentlemen, that greed, for lack of a better word, is good. Greed is right. Greed works. Greed clarifies, cuts through, and captures the essence of the evolutionary spirit. Gordon Gekko, Wall Street, 1987.
The point is, ladies and gentlemen, that access, for lack of a better word, is good. Access is right. Access works. Access clarifies, cuts through, and captures the essence of the communicative spirit. Greed is good. Gekko's creed that self-interest is the engine of progress. The detournement keeps every beat of the speech and swaps the engine. Not appetite, but access. What clarifies and cuts through a film is not the money behind it, but the caption track under it.
Entry 2.
The most valuable commodity I know of is information. Gordon Gekko, Wall Street, 1987.
The most valuable commodity I know of is the time code, and I don't own mine. Information asymmetry. Gekko's edge was knowing before the market knew. The captioner's time codes are knowledge fixed to the frame, and under platform contracts they belong to the platform the moment they're typed. The asymmetry survives, only the direction has changed.
Entry 3.
Money never sleeps, pal. Gordon Gekko, Wall Street, money never sleeps. 2010.
Audio never sleeps, pal. Somewhere right now a feed is going out live, uncaptioned. The 24-hour market. Capital circling the globe while you rest. Sound circulates the same way. Every hour, somewhere, a broadcast goes out that a deaf viewer cannot read. The market never closing was a brag. The caption gap never closing is a debt.
Entry 4.
Lunch is for wimps. Gordon Gekko, Wall Street, 1987.
Breaks are for wimps, said the platform and called it flexibility. Hustle machismo. Gekko's contempt for rest as weakness. Gig captioning platforms inherited the line whole. No breaks, no benefits, per minute pay, and the whole arrangement marketed back to the worker as freedom. The wimps, it turns out, were load-bearing.
Entry 5.
If you need a friend, get a dog. Gordon Gekko, Wall Street, money never sleeps. 2010.
If you need a credit, get a dog. The role has no line for the
Captioner. Transactional loneliness. Gekko's price for playing at the top. The captioner pays it at the bottom. Every name in the production scrolls past at the end, grips and caterers included, and the person who made the film readable appears nowhere. Credits music continues.
Entry 6.
Sell me this pen. Jordan Belfort, popularised in The Wolf of Wall Street, 2013.
Caption me this silence. The salesman's test, Belfort's interview trick, create demand where none exists. The captioner's test runs the other way. The demand exists 2 seconds of dead air, and someone must decide whether it is silence, tense pause, or nothing at all. Selling the pen is easy. Writing the silence is craft.
Entry 7.
Where are the customers' yachts? Fred Schwed Jr. Where are the customers' yachts? 1940.
Where are the captioner's credits? Schwed's joke. A visitor admires the broker's yachts in the harbour and asks where the customers are. The fees flowed up, the returns didn't flow down. Accessibility compliance built an industry of vendors, platforms and conference keynotes. The captioners got a rate cut and no byline.
Entry 8.
There's no such thing as a free lunch. Milton Friedman. There's no such thing as a free lunch. 1975.
There's no such thing as a free caption. Someone typed it, or someone is reading the error. Opportunity cost. Friedman's reminder that every benefit is paid for somewhere. Auto captions are sold as free. The cost did not vanish. It moved on to the deaf viewer, who pays it one misrecognized word at a time.
Entry 9.
Gold is money. Everything else is credit. J.P. Morgan. Testimony before Congress. 1912.
Speech is dialogue, everything else is bracket, and the bracket is money. The money question, Morgan's hard line between the real asset and the promise. Captioning has the same ledger. Dialogue transcribes itself more or less, but door creaks, distant siren, no audible dialogue, are minted by a working captioner's judgment. That judgment is the gold, the rate sheet calls it credit.
Entry 10.
Wall Street is the only place that people ride to in a Rolls Royce to get advice from those who take the subway. Warren Buffett.
Streaming is the only business where producers ride to the lot in a Rolls Royce to buy access from workers who take the bus. The advice paradox. Buffett's needle at an industry where the customer outspends the expert. In post-production, the inversion is steeper. 9-figure productions route their accessibility through per-minute contractors, then thank everyone but them.
2. Price and value. Entry 11.
Price is what you pay. Value is what you get. Warren Buffett. Berkshire Hathaway. Shareholder letter. 2008.
Rate is what they pay, access is what you make. The price-value distinction, Buffett's foundation stone. The number on the tag is not the worth of the thing. A captioner's per-audio minute rate prices the typing. It has never once priced what the file does, open a classroom, a courtroom, a comedy, to someone the audio locked out.
Entry 12.
In investing, you get what you don't pay for. John C. Bogle.
In access, you get what you don't pay for, that's the problem. Cost matters, Bogle's case for index funds. Every dollar not paid in fees compounds for the investor. Detorned, the logic curdles. Every dollar not paid for captioning also compounds, as error, as exclusion, as a backlog of unreadable archives. Thrift in fees is a gift. Thrift in access is a transfer.
Entry 13.
The stock market is filled with individuals who know the price of everything, but the value of nothing. Philip Fisher, Common Stocks and Uncommon Profits, 1958.
The caption industry is filled with vendors who know the cost of every audio minute, but the value of nothing they caption. Price of everything, Fisher borrowing wild to indict traders who never look at the business. Caption vendors quote per-minute pricing to the third decimal and could not tell you what a courtroom transcript means to the deaf defendant reading it in real time.
Entry 14.
Investment is most intelligent when it is most businesslike. Benjamin Graham, The Intelligent Investor, 1949.
Captioning is most intelligent when it is most literary. Businesslike investing. Graham's rule that discipline beats sentiment. The detournement inverts it deliberately. Caption craft fails when treated as data entry and succeeds when treated as writing. Win through dry grass is a sentence someone composed. The discipline is literary and that is the business.
Entry 15.
It's far better to buy a wonderful company at a fair price than a fair company at a wonderful price. Warren Buffett, Berkshire Hathaway, Shareholder Letter, 1989.
It's far better to caption a terrible show accurately than a wonderful show carelessly. Quality at a fair price. Buffett's break with bargain hunting. Pay up for what's good. The captioner cannot choose the show. The craft position is that the reality TV reunion special deserves the same exact brackets as the prestige drama, because the viewer's right to the soundtrack does not vary with the soundtrack.
Entry 16.
Behind every stock is a company. Find out what it's doing. Peter Lynch, One Up on Wall Street, 1989.
Behind every caption is a captioner. Find out what they're paid. Fundamental analysis. Lynch's insistence that a ticker symbol is a business, not a lottery number. A caption file looks like it generated itself. It didn't. Behind every overlapping argument is a worker on a deadline. Look up the rate before you praise the platform.
Entry 17.
Never invest in a business you cannot understand. Warren Buffett.
Never caption a sound you have not heard twice. Circle of competence. Buffett's boundary. Stay where you actually know things. The captioner's circle is drawn by the rewind. First, listen for the words. Second, for the truth of them. The guesses live outside the circle, and the viewer always finds them.
Entry 18.
A man always has two reasons for doing anything. A good reason and the real reason. J.P. Morgan.
A platform always has two reasons for cutting the rate. A good reason and the real reason. Stated versus actual motive. Morgan's dry anatomy of justification. The good reason is new AI efficiencies in the workflow. The real reason is that the efficiency belongs to the platform and the cut belongs to the captioner.
Entry 19.
Show me the incentive and I will show you the outcome. Charlie Munger.
Show me the per minute rate and I will show you the caption. Incentive caused bias. Munger's first tool. Behavior follows the payment structure that produces it. Pay per audio minute and you have priced speed, not accuracy. The inaudible arrives exactly on schedule. No one should be surprised by an outcome they purchased.
Entry 20.
Buy low, sell high. Wall Street proverb.
Listen twice, type once. The oldest rule, so simple it is universally repeated and universally ignored because the pressure of the moment runs the other way. The captioner's version costs a rewind instead of a fortune and is skipped, at scale, for the same reason. Somebody is being paid for the speed.
3. Patience and the time code. Entry 21.
It was never my thinking that made the big money for me. It was always my sitting. Jesse Livermore, in Edwin Lefebvre's Reminiscences of a Stock Operator, 1923.
It was never my typing that made the caption true. It was always my listening. Sitting tight. Livermore's confession that the profit was in patience, not cleverness. Captioning has the same hidden ratio. The keystrokes are the visible work, but accuracy is manufactured in the silent intervals, the rewind, the second pass, the long sit inside someone else's audio.
Entry 22.
The big money is not in the buying and the selling, but in the waiting. Charlie Munger.
The real craft is not in the typing and the timing, but in the listening. Compounding by inaction. Munger's case for doing less, better. The detournement relocates the waiting. Between play and pause, the captioner holds an entire room in their ears. Chair scrapes. Someone exhales, deciding what the viewer needs. The deliverable is keystrokes. The work is attention.
Entry 23.
Our favourite holding period is forever. Warren Buffett, Berkshire Hathaway, Shareholder Letter, 1988.
Our favourite display time is exactly long enough to be read. Buy and hold, Buffett's forever as the highest virtue. The caption inverts the timescale. 2 lines, roughly 32 characters each, on screen for the reading speed of a human being and not 1 frame longer. Forever is easy, long enough and no longer is engineering.
Entry 24.
The stock market is a device for transferring money from the impatient to the patient. Warren Buffett.
The caption track is a device for transferring sound from the hearing to the patient, the audience that waited decades for the hearing world to type. Patience premium, Buffett's market rewards those who can wait. Deaf audiences did not choose the waiting. Captioning arrived on American television decades after sound did, and arrived on the internet later still. The patient were not investors. They were locked out and the transfer is overdue.
Entry 25.
Investing should be more like watching paint dry or watching grass grow. If you want excitement, take $800 and go to Las Vegas. Paul Samuelson.
Captioning should be more like watching paint dry or watching grass grow. If you want excitement, take $800 and caption a live awards show. Boring by design, Samuelson's defense of dull, methodical investing. Offline captioning at its best is exactly that dull. Steady, repeatable, checked. Live captioning is the casino. No rewind, no second pass, the orchestra playing you off mid-sentence.
Entry 26.
Time in the market beats timing the market. Wall Street proverb.
Time on the audio beats timing the audio. Time in, not timing. The index investor's consolation. Presence outperforms prediction. The captioner's version is literal. Minutes spent inside the file, re-listening, checking a name, confirming a lyric, beat every clever shortcut for guessing what was probably said. Probably is not a caption.
Entry 27.
Don't fight the Fed. Martin Zweig, Winning on Wall Street, 1986.
Don't fight the reading speed. Macro constraint. Zweig's rule that no position survives against the central bank. The captioner's central bank is the human reading rate. Roughly 180 words per minute and no caption survives against it. You can disagree with the limit will win, and the viewer will pay your losses.
Entry 28.
Time is your friend. Impulse is your enemy. John C. Bogle, The Little Book of Common Sense Investing, 2007.
The time code is your friend, the deadline is your enemy. Discipline versus impulse. Bogle's long game against the itchy trigger. The time code is the captioner's ally. It holds every cue to the frame, honest and checkable. The deadline is the platform's instrument. It converts care into turnaround and calls whatever survives good enough.
Entry 29.
Buy right and hold tight. John C. Bogle.
Hear right and hold the cue tight. Buy and hold, compressed. Bogle's whole philosophy in 5 words. The captioner's 5. Get the sound correct, then pin it to its exact frames. A right word at the wrong time code is still a wrong caption. Drift is just error with good spelling.
Entry 30.
Don't gamble. Take all your savings and buy some good stock and hold it till it goes up, then sell it. If it don't go up, don't buy it. Will Rogers.
Don't improvise. Take all your attention and caption some good audio and hold it till it's right, then ship it. If it ain't right, don't ship it. The impossible instruction, Rogers' joke, is that the advice can only be followed in hindsight. The captioner's version is the same loop. You cannot know the file is right until it's right, and the only way out of the circle is the unglamorous one. Another pass.
Entry 31.
October. This is one of the peculiarly dangerous months to speculate in stocks in. The others are July, January, September, April, November, May, March, June, December, August, and February. Mark Twain, Pudd'nhead Wilson, 1894.
Live. This is one of the peculiarly dangerous modes to caption in. The others are pre-recorded, streaming, rerun, simulcast, archived, webinar, lecture, courtroom, concert, karaoke, and church. The exhaustive joke. Twain lists every month to say speculation is always dangerous. The Détournement lists every mode to say the same about captioning. There is no easy file. There is only audio you have respected and audio you haven't yet.
Entry 32.
Buy stocks, take sleeping pills, and stop looking at the papers. After many years, you will see that you're rich. Andre Costolani, attributed.
Caption the file, take your breaks and stop watching the dashboard. After many years, you will see that the archive is readable.
The long sleep, Costolani's prescription. Act once, then protect yourself from your own monitoring. The captioner's dashboard, cue position, acceptance score, per minute earnings, is the paper that ruins the work. The archive doesn't care about the dashboard. It cares whether the brackets were true.
Closing, read last. That's the end of the collection. The market, they'll tell you, rewards the patient, money moving from those who can't wait to those who can. Run that logic through a caption track and it curdles. Deaf audiences did not choose to wait. Captioning arrived on American television decades after sound did, and on the internet later, still. The patient here weren't investors sitting tight for a return. They were locked out, and the debt is still owed. That's the whole reason for turning these lines around. Finance built an entire vocabulary for treating a worker's judgment as a cost to be trimmed. The accessibility economy borrowed it wholesale. Vendors, platforms, per-minute rates, keynote panels, and somewhere underneath it all sits the person who actually made the film readable on a deadline for no byline. The fees flowed up. The credit never flowed down. One last word on use. This recording is free. Keep it, copy it, give it away. Don't fence it off and don't sell it back to the people whose labor it's about. Behind every caption is a captioner. Find out what they're paid and take care of each other.